What's good, everybody? It is your boy. I am Matthew Ealy. This is MatthewEaly.com, and we are back on the couch. So you know what time it is. It is time for a weekly movie review. Well, first got to apologize, as I stated on my previous video about my computer issues. I was not able to post a couple videos that were on my computer and now are locked on a hard drive that won't open, start, run, anything. One of which was an awesome double feature I did of two comedies, which I did like the one enough. I might end up bringing it back into play on the next movie review, but I'm still holding out hope that maybe I can somehow pull them off the hard drive and put them up for you guys. So this week, rather than redoing that one for this week, I did go out and see another movie. Actually, one that I was really excited about, and at the end of the day, it didn't quite give me the level of excitement that I was hoping for, but I think it's still worth a view. So let's get right into it. I am speaking of the rom-com comedy-ish ensemble cast of Think Like a Man, which is starring Kevin Hart, Michael Ealy, Jerry Ferrara, Meagan Good, Regina Hall, Taraji P. Henson, who was looking oh so good. Every woman in this movie was gorgeous, but Taraji P. Henson, Gabriel Union, and Meagan Good all need to come and hang out with me for a year. Terrence Jenkins, which, if I'm not mistaken, he was from 106 and Park. Jennifer Lewis, Romany Malco, who was in 40-Year-Old Virgin, also was on the TV show Weeds. Gary Owen, I think I already said Gabriel Union, but I'll say her again. Lala Anthony, Chris Brown, Wendy Williams, Steve Harvey, as well as kind of extended cameos or very brief cameos by Bruce, by J.B. Smoove, the comedian Lunel, Melissa Ford, Keri Hilson, who else? Oh, Kelly Rowland. Pretty much, oh, and then of course also Ron Artest, Matt Barnes, Shannon Brown, and Lisa Leslie. I think that's, oh, and Morris Chestnut too. How could I forget him? Literally, there were more people in this movie than was you could shake a stick at. I don't know why I use that phrase from like the 50s, but whatever. So, basic setup of the movie is an ensemble cast of boys who are all in different stages of relationships or single. And it's kind of a fun dynamic because each one of them has their own kinks and nuances. But one thing that I liked, being that this is a predominantly black film, usually all the white guys in black films are corny, nerdy, goofy, you know, pretty much all the white stereotypes. But what I really liked about this is that in the group, which was Rory, whatever the guy's name was from 40-Year-Old Virgin, I'm sorry, I don't know your name, Kevin Hart, Terrence J, Michael Ealy, Jerry Ferrara, and then the other white guy, I apologize, I don't remember his name either. I don't think I've really ever seen him in anything else. But what I thought was cool is that, oh, and Kevin Hart too, duh. But I liked that you had two white guys in the group, so you didn't just, you had one that was kind of the standard nerdy accountant type, but then you also had Jerry Ferrara, who played Turtle in Entourage, who was much more like a cool white guy, quote unquote, you know, and like they still made some comments about him being white, but it was much more of a, it wasn't the standard stereotypical, oh, he's a nerdy white guy. And while they did have that character, I don't feel that it was overused and used as a fallback as much as it often is in predominantly black films. And being a white dude who's always had more black friends or Latin friends than I did white friends, it's something I've been around literally my whole life since I was growing up. But the title comes from a book by Steve Harvey, where he essentially wrote to tell women how to think like a man, but still act like a lady. Which I have a bone to pick with Steve Harvey, but we'll get to that later. So in it, he comes up with different ways to act like a lady, but realize how men think. One of those things being to wait 90 days before you have sex, to make a man do certain things for you, to treat you right. Just things that relationship should be built on. I agree with, but sometimes people get so emphatic about what they're reading, they take it as like a end all be all, and sometimes it gets a little crazy like it does in this movie. So each one of the main characters has some kind of relationship going on. Jerry Ferrara is the guy trapped in the body of a frat boy, but his girlfriend Gabriel Union wants more. Kevin Hart is the newly divorced happy guy. I'm not even going to tell you who his wife is. It's funny as hell. You have Michael Ealy, who is the dreamer, currently not in a relationship, but ends up wanting to go after Taraji P. Henson. You have Terrence J, who, I don't remember what they even called him, but he essentially was the kid in high school that nobody paid any attention to, and now that he's, a good-looking guy, successful dude, now, people are jocking him. And each one of them has their own. Oh, and also the dude from 40-Year-Old Virgin. Why can't I remember his name? I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm looking up this dude's name because I feel bad for not giving him the proper cred. I'm sorry. This is like horrible dead air in my video. But I feel bad if I keep just calling him something random. Romany Malco. Romany's character is the total player, who just has every line for every whatever. Then you have, Taraji P. Henson, who's this career woman who can't find men who can compete with her because she's a CEO and driving a Benzo and all that. Then you have Regina Hall, who's the single mother, trying to take care of her kid, but is scared to get back out there in the dating scene. Gabriel Union, like I said, who wants more out of Jerry Ferrara. Then you have Meagan Good, who is this very stuck up, I do not go out with men who do not open my door for me. And each one of them have their own little elements to it. And of course, like in any rom-com, all the stories intersect, because how can they not? LA is such a small town. Every single group of friends just happen to date the exact 5 women who are all interconnected. But it's a movie. You accept those type of things. It's what you do. So each one of them, really the basis of it is they're each in their own elements of the relationship. But then they find out that in fact, all of their women are reading the Steve Harvey book. So they go out and buy the book to start counteracting all of those things. It's a rom-com, so things are going to go horribly wrong. Because if they don't go horribly wrong, how can everything have a happy conclusion? Yeah. So you can tell by that kind of a response that it was a little more rom-com than I was expecting. I knew it was going to be a rom-com-y feel, but I didn't think it was going to be anywhere near as romantic as it was. I thought there was going to be a lot more comedy and not as much romanticism. I was wrong. Really, outside of the scenes where the groups of guys are together, it's just a romantic movie. It's just each scene of romance is split up by a scene of all 5 or 6 or however many of the guys busting each other's balls, talking shit to each other, and that is the good parts of the movie. Those scenes are what really make you want to finish watching the movie. Kevin Hart is his standard hilarious. Romany Malco's pretty damn funny. Michael Ealy's pretty damn funny. Jerry Ferrara's pretty damn funny. They all have their elements that they add, and it really just gives you the feeling of just your group of friends and how you would snap on each other with your group of friends. So it felt really, true. It didn't feel like they were acting. It felt true. So I really liked that aspect of it. Some of the romantic elements were a little over the top and a little just like, come on, y'all. But every time it would start to get a little bit too much, then they bring it back with Kevin Hart doing some dumb, silly stuff. Or, one of the other characters doing something just for a blatant laugh. So I liked it that it never got too deep in the romantic elements, but I also don't feel that it got deep enough in the comedic elements. I think it could have still been a decent rom-com with more comedy, and I still think it could have gotten the point across. I think, but then again, I don't know. So, of course, you know, I'm not going to spoil the movie for you, but if you've seen any rom-com, you know exactly how this shit's going to end. Once the, you know, Steve Harvey snake comes out the basket, then all hell breaks loose. Which I have issue with Steve Harvey because I blame him 100% on one of my past relationships failing. So, damn you, Steve Harvey. That's all I got to say. I'm not going to go into it anymore, but I know she ain't watching this video, but if you ever do, I blame Steve Harvey. And if Steve Harvey watches my video, I blame you. Damn it. But anyway, so at the end of the day, how was it? Is it worth seeing? Well, I am glad I didn't see it in the theaters, to be quite honest. I would have been a little disappointed if I'd spent, you know, $14 on seeing it. But seeing it, yeah, actually was one that Nino copped, so getting to watch it for free, I think it was worth the time. I would definitely Redbox it. I think it's a decent enough laugh. It actually is more of a chick flick date movie that you could still get away with watching because it does have the comedy elements in it. And it's also funny because there's in literally every character you can find somebody in your life that you relate to. You've got the Chris Brown character in it who's just a total womanizer, even more so than the Romany Malco's character, who's a player. He's like a nice player, whereas Chris Brown's just this asshole player. So literally each character you can see different elements to, like, oh, I know so-and-so's like that, or oh, girl's like that. So in a way it did grasp to real life very well, but it was just too predictable. It was just way too predictable. So at the end of the day, I'm giving it 3 stars. It's one that I'm happy I saw it. Well, I would have been okay not seeing it, but I'm not mad that I spent 2 hours watching it. Let's put it that way. Do I think I'll ever watch it again? Probably not. Not unless, you know, a girl I'm hanging out with wants to watch it, or it's on TV while I happen to do everything else. You know, I can see that. But will I ever sit and just rewatch the movie? I don't think so. So it was a decent 3-star movie. It was something to pass the time, and it got some good chuckles. So there were some good laughs in it. I will say that. Kevin Hart's just so damn funny. He can bring out like some good, real laugh out loud moments, not just little chuckles. So shout out to him and really all the guys in the cast. So let me know what you guys think. Did you love the movie? Did you hate the movie? Do you think my review's way off? And in fact, it was an awesome flick? Let me know why. I always want to hear you guys' opinions, and, well, let me know. So let me know who your favorite character in the movie was. I think I got to go with Kevin Hart. I mean, how can you not? I also like Michael Ealy's character, but I like Michael Ealy and everything. Other than that new movie, the new show he just came out with on USA, Couples, Partners, something, the cop show, garbage, in my opinion. Again, my opinion. But so end of the day, 3-star movie, that of Think Like a Man, the new rom-com. And let me know what you guys think. So thank you guys for sticking with me through computer issues and websites not being updated. But we are back in business, at least for the current time. And going to be getting these videos pumping up. So stay tuned. As always, check out the rest of my videos on MatthewMaley.com. I've got everything up there in the current video blog tab with drop-down screens, as well as previous video blog tab with drop-down screens. So the previous video blogs aren't all the way done, but you can get an idea of some older videos at least. You can also check me out on YouTube. Just search for Matthew Maley Poker. Got everything up there for you to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You can also check me out directly on Facebook. Again, search for Matthew Maley Poker. I post all my videos on there, so you can like them and comment on them and suggest them to your friends too. Maybe share them. And of course, well, as always, you can follow me on Twitter. I am at Matthew Maley. So I'm always tweeting up on there. So stay tuned and keep tabs on your boy there. So till the next flick, I'm officially signing off. It is, wow, now Saturday morning. As you can see, the sun's coming up. It's almost 8 o'clock. So sorry I'm a little late with this weekly movie review. But hopefully helped you guys out, and hopefully you guys have a great weekend. So until the next flick, I am signing off. Be safe out there this weekend. Peace out, y'all.